Welcome to Bedtime Stories. Please press follow to get notified of new stories and leave a rating. If you enjoy today's story, forward it to a friend. And now, The Adventures of Winnie-the-Pooh. Once upon a time in the 100 Acre Wood, there lived a sweet and cuddly bear named Winnie-the-Pooh. Pooh was a bear of very little brain, but he had a heart full of love and a tummy that loved honey more than anything else. In the heart of the forest, Pooh had wonderful friends who joined him in his adventures. There was Piglet, a small and timid pig, Eeyore, a gloomy but lovable donkey, Rabbit, a clever and slightly bossy rabbit, Owl, a wise old owl, Kanga, a gentle kangaroo, and her little Roo, and Tigger, a bouncy and exuberant tiger. The stories of Winnie-the-Pooh were filled with simple joys, friendship, and the pursuit of honey. Pooh's days were often spent wandering through the 100 Acre Wood, looking for honey pots and getting into gentle mischief with his friends. One sunny morning, Pooh woke up with a rumbly in his tumbly and decided it was time to visit his friend Rabbit, who always had a stash of honey. Along the way, Pooh hummed his favorite hums and thought about all the honey he might enjoy. Upon reaching Rabbit's house, Pooh got stuck in the entrance. It took the combined efforts of Rabbit, Piglet, and Eeyore to free him. After much pulling and pushing, Pooh finally freed himself, and everyone had a good laugh. In the heart of the wood, Pooh and his friends decided to have a picnic. They brought along honey pots, sandwiches, and Roo's favorite, jelly sandwiches. As they sat together, enjoying the simple pleasures of food and friendship, Pooh felt his heart warm with contentment. Later, as Pooh strolled through the wood, he noticed a note on his door. It was a note from Christopher Robin, inviting everyone on a grand expedition. Pooh wasn't sure what an expedition was, but he knew it sounded a lot like an adventure. The expedition led them to the mysterious and foggy part of the 100 Acre Wood. Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, and the rest of the gang were a bit scared, but they bravely pressed on. Through the thick fog and tangled vines, they discovered a hidden waterfall and a secret cave. One blustery day the following week, Pooh and Piglet decided to visit Owl in his treehouse. They wanted to ask Owl about the mysterious noise they kept hearing at night. Owl, being a wise old bird, explained that it was just the wind playing its whimsical tunes. Pooh and Piglet left Owl's house, feeling enlightened and grateful for the simple wonders of the world. As the seasons changed, so did the adventures in the 100 Acre Wood. Winter arrived, covering everything in a blanket of snow. Pooh and his friends built snowmen, had snowball fights, and cozied up by the fireplace in Pooh's humble abode. One gloomy day, Eeyore lost his tail. Pooh, being a helpful bear, decided to organize a tail-finding expedition. The friends searched high and low, through the wood and across the river, until they stumbled upon Eeyore's tail hanging on a tree branch. It turned out that Owl had mistaken it for a bell pull. Spring brought a burst of color to the 100 Acre Wood. Pooh and his friends gathered for a joyous spring-cleaning day. They dusted, swept, and organized, turning their homes into cozy havens. Rabbit, with his organizational skills, made sure everything was in its proper place. One sunny afternoon, Roo approached Pooh with a special request. Roo wanted to learn how to bounce like Tigger. Pooh, being a good friend, agreed to teach him. The lessons turned into a lively, bouncing party, and soon even Eeyore couldn't resist joining in the fun. Tigger, feeling a bit left out, decided it was time to find his family. With a joyful TTFN, ta-ta for now, Tigger set off on a journey of self-discovery. Pooh and his friends were sad to see Tigger go, but they knew that everyone had their own path to follow. In Tigger's absence, the 100-acre wood felt a bit quieter. Pooh and his friends missed their bouncy friend, and Roo especially missed his bouncing lessons. However, the friends knew that Tigger would always be a part of their hearts. One day, while exploring a part of the wood they hadn't visited in a long time, Pooh and his friends stumbled upon a hidden field of wildflowers. The vibrant colors and sweet fragrance enchanted them, and they decided to have a delightful tea party right there in the meadow. As the sun set over the 100-acre wood, Pooh and his friends gathered around a bonfire. They shared stories, sang songs, and marveled at the beauty of the night sky. The warmth of friendship and the crackling fire made the night unforgettable. The next morning, walking home through the wood, there was a magical wishing well. Pooh didn't understand how it worked, but he knew that making a wish was a special thing. Each friend took a turn making a wish, and as they did, they all felt a sense of hope and joy. One stormy night, Pooh's house flooded. The friends rallied together to help Pooh find a new home. They built a cozy shelter, using branches, leaves, and some honey pots as decorations. The makeshift house became a symbol of resilience and the strength of their friendship. On a particular windy day, Owl shared a tale of a legendary creature called a Huffalump. Intrigued, Pooh and his friends decided to embark on a Huffalump hunt. As they tiptoed through the wood, their imaginations ran wild, and they discovered that sometimes the scariest things are just products of our own fears. Soon summer arrived, bringing with it long days of sunshine and adventure. Pooh and his friends decided to have a grand summer festival. They danced, played games, and feasted on honey delights. The festival became an annual tradition, a celebration of the warmth of friendship and the joy of living in the 100-acre wood. In the heartwarming glow of autumn, Pooh and his friends gathered for a harvest feast. They enjoyed the fruits of their labor, shared stories of gratitude, and reflected on the beauty of the changing seasons. The simple pleasures of life in the wood filled their hearts with happiness. One day, Christopher Robin returned to the 100-acre wood after a long absence. The reunion was joyous, and Pooh and his friends welcomed him with open arms. Christopher Robin, now a bit older, shared stories of his adventures in the outside world, but he assured his friends that the magic of the 100-acre wood would always be a part of him. Later, as Pooh sat by the river, he thought about the many wonderful moments that he shared with his friends. He realized that the true magic of the 100-acre wood was not in the grand adventures or extraordinary feats, but in the simple joys of everyday life and the love they shared. As winter approached, in the midst of a gentle snowfall, Pooh gathered his friends for a heartfelt ceremony. He presented each one of them a special star-shaped honey pot, a symbol of their everlasting friendship. The friends exchanged promises to always remember the warmth of the wood and the love they had for each other. The 100-acre wood, now covered in a blanket of snow, transformed into a winter wonderland. Pooh and his friends embraced the magic of the season, building snowmen, having snowball fights, and sharing warm cups of cocoa by the fireplace late into the night. In a quiet corner of the wood, a mysterious tree stood tall. It was the wishing tree, a magical tree that granted wishes to those who believed. Pooh and his friends over the years had visited the tree many times, each time leaving behind a little piece of their hopes and dreams. As the sun set on another day in the 100-acre wood, Pooh and his friends gathered by the wishing tree. They reflected on the incredible journey they had shared, the lessons they had learned, and the love that bound them together. The wishing tree rustled its leaves in approval, as if acknowledging the beauty of their friendship. And so in the enchanted world of the 100-Acre Wood, where honey flowed like a river, where friends danced beneath the moonlit sky, and where the simple joys of life are celebrated with open hearts, the story of Winnie-the-Pooh continued to unfold. It was a story of love, friendship, and the enduring magic that resides in the hearts of those who believe in the simple wonders of life. Thank you for listening to Bedtime Stories. Please make sure you press follow to get notified of new stories and leave a rating. If you enjoyed today's story, forward it to a friend. If you have a suggestion for a new story, send us an email, magicmonorail@gmail.com. Until next time, good night. Would you like to make a podcast? Spotify has a way to let you make one easily, distribute it everywhere, and even earn money, all in one place, for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit right from your phone or computer, so you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. And video podcasts are also available on Spotify. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free. You know, ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I've enjoyed sharing my favorite stories with children around the world. If you've ever thought of starting your own podcast, download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started.